All right, after the driver's area, the last part of the inside is the passenger area. So when you're done with the inside and you move on to the outside of the bus, you need to take your key with you to secure the bus. That's called securing the bus. In order to do that, we have a lovely child check alarm that has to be deactivated. So you can either deactivate it now before you move into the passenger area, or you can deactivate it after you're done with the passenger area. The passenger area, all we're talking about is the seat cushion and frame. We're not going to demonstrate. We're just going to talk about the emergency roof hatch, because sometimes when you open it, it gets stuck and the alarm comes on and then you don't have a bus to drive. So we're just going to talk about that, and we're going to demonstrate one emergency exit door. So passenger area is really simple, especially compared to the driver's area. My personal sequence is I don't want to walk back and forth a whole bunch. So I will deactivate my child check first because I have to go back there. Then I'm going to demonstrate my back emergency exit. I'm going to talk about my roof hatch. Then I'm going to talk about my seats as I move forward. So you can do that in any order, but I'm going to just do it in the order I do it in. Okay. So for the child check, let me show you this. Okay. So for the child check, the idea behind it is that when you're done driving children, anytime you finish dropping off children, you are supposed to check your bus, make sure there are no children left on the bus. So there's a alarm that will go off if you don't hit. I'll show you when I go back there. There's a button at the back of the bus that you have to push to turn the alarm off that says you have walked to the back of this bus and have made sure there's no children or loose items on this bus. So over here, a couple things. With these buses, if you put the bus in run, you have activated the child check. So anytime you put this bus in run, the child check's activated. If you turn it off and take your key and don't hit that button, then a really, really loud alarm is going to go off. So once you turn it off, your dome lights are going to come on. That's normal. When, they will go off on their own. If your dome light switches are on, however, you won't actually see them turn on because they'll already be on. So when you turn it off, you have about 30 seconds to either turn it back into run or to deactivate the child check before the alarm goes off. If you accidentally deactivate, like right now, if I were to open the door before deactivating, the alarm will go off. I'm not going to show it. It's really loud. But if the alarm goes off, just throw it into run and the alarm will shut off. Okay, so don't panic. If the alarm's going off, just get it right back into run, because that means that you either just didn't hit the button quick enough or you opened the door before deactivating it. So what I'm going to say to the tester is I'm going to deactivate my child check. So I'm going to take the key and secure the bus. So you can see my dome lights are on. I'm going to go all the way, and you have 30 seconds. It's actually quite a long time. There is no need to be running right now. Okay, you're going to hold this down and you're going to make sure that your dome lights flash. That's how you know it's deactivated. So now we don't have to worry about that. Now I'm already back here at the back of the bus. So I am going to demonstrate my back emergency door. Except I'm not, because I just realized it's up against this fence and there's too many buses right now to move the bus. So I'm actually going to show you how to demonstrate this using the side emergency door, but just know that in the test, and you can do either one, I usually do the back one. And the reason I have to show you without that fence is because there's like a lock position that we have to check, and we can't do it with that fence there. So in the test, I would deactivate my child check and then I would do this door. But I'm going to come up here. I can't do that door right now, and I will show you because they operate the same. Okay, so the emergency exit, let's get down here. This red lever pulls up and an alarm's going to go on. Now, some of these buses, most of the buses, these buses particularly, the alarm should go off even if the bus is off. it goes off all the time. Most buses don't do that. It only goes off if the bus is on or in run, but it should go off, hopefully. So as soon as you lift this, the alarm's gonna go on. Now this is a Vandalock system. It's really cool. If you're like on a field trip or something, you can actually lock your bus from the inside. But if you have this locked and you try to turn the bus on, it won't turn on. So we're not gonna use this. This has to be open, unlocked, obviously, when you're driving the bus. So the emergency, but that's what that is. It's a Vandalock system. Don't worry about that for the test. For the test, you just need to open the door. The alarm's gonna go on. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna hold this. You're gonna push it all the way out and then pull it towards you, and it's gonna lock. So that's the locked position. And then you're gonna push it back again to release it, pull it in, lock it, and make sure the alarm goes off. So, because of the alarm, I like to say it after I do it. I don't like talking when there's an alarm going off. Your choice if you want to try to yell over it. So I'm gonna demonstrate my emergency door. So my emergency door opens smoothly, alarm turns on, the lock position works, closes smoothly, latches securely, alarm turns off, hinges are secure, seals are intact, clear visibility, no damage. I would check my other emergency door the same way. Okay, so I am gonna go back here though and just show you. They're basically the same, right? It's the same thing. This will turn on the alarm, open, close. But I will tell you, also another reason to demonstrate the back is this handle is much bigger than the side. Like that side one, I felt like I was gonna fall out, honestly. So it's easier to hold on to the door, and it's also easier to close. So they work the same. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna move over here and talk about my emergency roof hatch. So I'm gonna show you, even though you do not open it in the test, I am gonna show you how it works because it makes it easier for you to remember what to say. And in real life, we are supposed to actually open these every day on our pre-trip. We're not telling them how we would open it in an emergency. We're telling them how we would check it in case of an emergency to make sure it works. So we have a red handle. I'm gonna put the red handle to the side. The alarm, as soon as you unlock it, is gonna come on. The alarm's inside this bracket. So you turn the handle, alarm's gonna go on. That's gonna separate the hatch from the bracket. I'm gonna push the bracket up and reattach the hatch to it. I'm going to lock it. The alarm will turn off. It'll pull down. If you pull it down before you relock it, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it's going to open back up, and then you got to do it again in real life. So let me show you what it looks like. See, so I'm going to open this. There's the alarm. See how it's now separate? So when you push the bracket up, you would push one side and then the other. 1, 2. And then you need to make sure that it's reattached here. And see, it's not because I can't relock it. So, sorry, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. So you got to make sure it's sitting in the plastic piece that's sitting in there. Lock it, the alarm goes off, and then there's these little handles on each side. That's what you use to pull it down. So when you lock it, like it's locked right now, you can push it open. You can drive with it like that as long as it's locked. It's just when it's unlocked is when it separates and becomes the emergency exit. Whew, I'm getting a workout. Okay, but for the test, we are not doing that. All we are doing is telling them what we would do, okay? So what I'm gonna say is, to check my emergency roof hatch, I would turn the handle to unlock it. The alarm will go off. The hatch will separate. I will push the bracket up, reattach the hatch, lock it, alarm will turn off, pull it down. I would check my other emergency exit, other emergency roof hatch the same way. So one more time on that. To check my emergency roof hatch, turn the red handle, alarm goes on. To unlock it, alarm goes on, hatch will separate, push up bracket, turn the handle to lock it, alarm turns off, pull it down. I would check the other one the same way. And then the last thing in the passenger area is the seat cushions and frames. We don't talk about windows. We don't talk about seat belts. I don't know if I said that. Just reiterating if I have. Okay. So you're going to pick 4 seats. And see, I'm still kind of like in the back here. Any 4 is fine. You're going to push and pull on the top. And then these latch underneath. So you're going to pull on them to make sure they're not popping up, because we want to make sure they're latched down. So now after I check 4, I can say that my seat cushions are securely mounted to the frame, because they're actually mounted to the frame and not damaged. Frame securely mounted to the floor, not damaged, and frames have no holes and no welds. Seat cushions securely mounted to the frame and not damaged. Frame securely mounted to the floor, not damaged, no holes or welds. Whew. So usually I would show that whole sequence, but because all the buses are coming in and I can't really do the back one, I'm not going to do the whole sequence. Just know I go back, I do my child check, rear emergency exit, my roof hatch, 4 seats. And then you say, I would check all my other seats the same way. So you do 1 emergency door exit, I would check the other the same way. 1 emergency roof hatch, I would check the other same way. 4 seats, I would check all my other passenger seats the same way. If you choose to deactivate your child check after that, then you would now go up and do that. So you can do those things in any order, but it's 1 emergency exit door, 1 emergency roof hatch, 4 seats, and deactivate your child check. All right. Woo! We did the pass. We did the inside. Good job.